Hi, I'm Cheryl Sitz. You may be familiar with me from the podcast Exploring Possibilities, which we've been broadcasting for the last decade, or my work through Journey of Possibilities. Either way, it's my joy now to come to you with a very special project. Through a series of fascinating synchronicities that I will share in the comment section, the description section of this video and subsequent videos, I had the pleasure of connecting with Dianne Robbins, who is a channel and author, about a book that she published, Messages from the Hollow Earth. It's the channeled messages of Mikos from the Library of Porthalogus deep within the Hollow Earth. Now, honestly, I'm not sure my rational mind would have ever led me to this project, but the way things unfolded, I couldn't resist. I had to dive in. And this book has been magical for me. I hope that you will enjoy this magical adventure with me and that it will change your life the way it's been changing mine. I guarantee you this much, just sitting with me for the next few weeks as we read this book cover to cover every Thursday on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cheryl Sitz, your vibration will raise. Mine does it every time I think of Mikos and connect with him. So enjoy the journey with me and let me know what you think. Please be sure to strike up a conversation in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you, Dianne Robbins, for the gift of allowing me to share this work with the world. And we begin. Chapter 1, Introduction, Preface. Not too long ago, humanity believed that the world was flat and that the sun revolved around the earth. Humanity was so sure of this that it became an established fact. When Galileo presented evidence that proved the earth revolved around the sun, he was not only ridiculed, but he was imprisoned because his findings were such a radical departure from accepted thought. A similar situation exists today with the new revelation that the earth is hollow at its core. Hollow Earth researchers have presented evidence, based on their research of how planets are formed, that the Earth is not solid as our textbooks have taught us to believe. This book is about the greatest revelation in history by stating that not only is the Earth's core hollow, but it is inhabited by highly evolved human beings who are communicating their existence to us. Will humanity be open to this new revelation about the earth? Or will they ridicule it because it's not in our textbooks? Lawrence Frank, March 3rd, 2003. A word from the author. In the early 1990s, I read a newsletter. The information I read about Sharula and Telos in the newsletter is also contained in Chapter 24. About a woman named Sharula who was born in Telos, a subterranean city located beneath Mount Shasta, California, and who came to our surface in the 1960s. She now lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico with her husband, Shield. In the years before moving to Santa Fe, she was known in the Mount Shasta area as Bonnie. In Sharula's newsletter, she wrote about life in Telos and about the other subterranean cities that exist beneath the Earth's surface. She wrote about the ascended master and high priest of Telos named Adama. Shortly after my reading about Adama, he contacted me telepathically and asked me if I would take his messages. You see, our thoughts go out into the universe and instantly connect us to whomever we think about. Adama began to dictate messages to me, and some of his messages were about their connection to the hollow earth, which created an opening for me to receive messages from Mikos, who lives in the city of Catharia, located beneath the Aegean Sea, inside the hollow earth. Those messages from Adama and Mikos were published in 2000 in my second book, entitled Telos, The Call Goes Out from the Hollow Earth and the Underground Cities. After my Telos book, Messages from both Adama in Telos and some messages from Mikos was published, I was talking to Adama one day when Mikos got on the line. It was a three-way conference call. Mikos asked if I would take more messages from him and publish them in another book of messages, exclusively from the Hollow Earth. Messages from the Hollow Earth is the sequel to my Telos book. It contains all the new messages that I have been receiving from Mikos in the 3 years since the Telos publication. It goes down deeper and explores further the cavity of the Earth, illuminating the other civilizations that reside inside our hollow planet. Its thrust is to bring you, the reader, to its innermost core, where you can explore at depth the lifestyle and society of another advanced civilization that already reached the ascended state of consciousness that is our human destiny. Over the centuries, our perception and knowledge have greatly expanded regarding the nature of the universe. Modern astronomy has shown our solar system to be just another one in the arms of the Milky Way galaxy, which in turn is just one of the billions of galaxies in this vast and expanding universe. Advent of time and progress of science have broken many myths. Now is the time for breaking yet another myth, that of a solid Earth. There is a photo I'm going to attempt to show on the camera here that is reproduced by permission of copyright owner Max Fifield. I cannot pronounce that, from Denmark. And it's a picture of the Hollow Earth. So let's see if I can get this on here. There we go. And I will do my best to scan these at some point and get them into one of these videos. Explanation of our hollow Earth. Not just our Earth, but all planets are hollow. Our sun, Helios, has a hollow core, as all suns do. The light emanating from our sun is cold, not hot. All planets are created with openings at the north and south poles that lead to a hollow interior with an inner central sun, smoky in color, which gives off soft and pleasant full spectrum sunlight, making the inside surface highly conducive to growth of vegetation and life, with only a long, long day and no nights. The Hollow Earth beings are very spiritually evolved and technologically advanced, and live inside the interior core of our Hollow Earth. These advanced civilizations live in peace and brotherhood in the center of our Earth. Their oceans, land, and mountains are still in their pristine state because they don't walk or build upon their land. There are no buildings, shopping malls, or highways. They travel in electromagnetic vehicles that levitate a few inches above ground. They walk softly along streams, rivers, and oceans, and climb mountains. But that's the extent of their foot contact with the ground. They leave the rest of their land to nature, because it's nature's land too. Their cities are located inside the very center of the planet and can be accessed through the holes at either the north or south poles. The northern and southern lights that we see in our skies are actually reflections from our hollow Earth's inner central sun, which emanates from her hollow core. Their spaceport is located inside the hollow Earth, in direct alignment with the openings at the north and south poles. They use free energy to light up their cities, homes, and tunnels. They use crystals coupled with electromagnetism, which generates a small sun with full spectrum lighting that gives them all the power they need. The Earth's crust is approximately 800 miles from the outer to the inner surface. Because our Earth is hollow and not a solid sphere, the center of gravity is not in the center of the Earth, but in the center of its crust, which is 400 miles below the surface. There are entry caverns all over the Earth, where interactions can take place. Only some are currently open. Nikola Tesla, the genius inventor of electrical technology, is now living inside the hollow earth. He began to receive information in the latter part of the 1800s and discovered that electric power is everywhere present in unlimited quantities and can drive the world's machinery without need of coal, oil, gas, or any other of the common fuels. In the 1930s, the tunnel entrances and passageways were closed off by the Hollow Earth civilizations because corporations at that time were misusing Tesla's technology to gain entrance into the inner Earth. The Hollow Earth's two main portals are at the holes at the poles. They've put a covering or force field over the polar openings to camouflage the entrances. This way, the openings are protected from air and land sightings. In the past, there were entrances to the Library of Porthalogus on the surface. One such entrance was the Library of Alexandria, which was destroyed by fire in AD 642. According to the Ascended Master teachings of the Radiant Rose Academy, there are 3.6 million people currently residing in the Hollow Earth. Compared to our height, we would consider them giants. Over the centuries, there have been some surface humans who have been invited to live inside. I'm checking for my invitation in the mail every day, by the way, in the etheric mail. Introduction from Adama. I am Adama, and I greet you from the subterranean city of Telos, located beneath Mount Shasta in California, where our Lemurian colony currently dwells. We are in great anticipation of the publication of this new book of messages from the Hollow Earth, which is located in the very center of our planet. I would like to introduce a great historian to you, Mikos of Catharia, who is intrinsically linked to the great Library of Porthalogus, formerly known in your history books as the Library of Alexandria, where all your Earth's records are kept. Mikos by nature is a most gentle soul, and he and I have been residing on this earth plane for eons of time. We've traveled extensively together, attended more council meetings together than you can count, and have spent time together in each other's homes and cities. We, in the subterranean city of Telos, work intimately with Mikos and his entourage in Catharia, and we spend much of our time when we are visiting the Hollow Earth in the great Library of Porthalogus, where we continue our learning in the vastness of its portals. We want you to know that our connection to each other is as one link on a fence. We in Telos work as one with our brothers and sisters in Catharia, as our mission is to bring the earth and surface humanity into her ascension. Although our civilizations are based on the same divine laws of creation, our experiences as a culture differ due to our different geological locations on the earth. But this is our only difference and makes our interactions more fruitful, as we each bring different riches to the table of our council meetings. Mikos has been a close friend and companion traveler of mine for eons of Earth time, and we work together closely to join all the civilizations on and in Earth together into one united Earth world colony, so that our planet will be ready to make the great trip with the rest of our Milky Way galaxy into a higher state of evolution. Our location in our new position in the Milky Way galaxy has been prepared and is waiting for us all to return home. As you read the pages in this book, your heart will be prepared to make the journey with us into our new home of light everlasting. We beckon you to travel with us through these pages of great insight and delight, and learn the true history of your planet Earth, and how other civilizations live embedded beneath your surface and below your periphery of vision. Our Telos book is a prerequisite to this sequel in terms of establishing our Telosian history and lifestyle as contracted to that of the Hollow Earth inhabitants who are only a step below us. We are all one and the same, and yet different in myriad ways, just as your nations and people are on the surface. Both of our civilizations choose to live underground in isolation from the surface population, so we could evolve in tranquility and peace. So ride with us in your thoughts and travel to the innermost depths of our earth. You will find the lost Garden of Eden your Bible talks about. It's right here, in the center of your earth, waiting to be explored by you, the reader. We welcome you in. I am Adama. Welcoming message from Mikos. Welcome. Welcome to the beginning of a marvelous and for many a seemingly unbelievable journey. My name is Mikos, and you are about to enter through these pages a realm that predates history as you know it. A realm of fancy and fantasy, a realm of surrealistic beauty and eternal changelessness. A place that has been hidden to all but a few souls who have ventured here in the past by invitation only. For some, this journey presented revelations beyond time. For all, it changed the course of their understanding in the world in which they lived, and ultimately their entire lives. In reading the humble messages of these pages which lie before you, you are about to meet one of those people. Dianne Robbins, a beautiful, gracious, and the gentlest of souls, whose life is intimately connected and bound together with the cetacean life which resides beneath the waters of your world. What you are about to read is no less a miracle, one which many years from now will bear the finest and richest of fruits, the fruit of knowledge, the fruit of gentle wisdom, the fruit of truth, unity, compassion, and endless joy and love, by which life was always meant to flourish. Please accept this invitation now and begin a journey into the mysterious world in which I live. Welcome to the Hollow Earth. My people welcome you with joy, love, and peacefulness. May all your journeys in literature be as wondrous and beautiful as the information that lies before you now. Welcome, dearest children. Welcome to the Library of Porthalogus, where the history of all dimensions are shared, stored, and preserved, where nothing is lost, and where every life that has ever existed has been woven into the meaning in the tapestry. Our world is one in which no item as small or as seemingly insignificant has been overlooked. This is a library nestled beneath the long, deep silence of the Aegean Sea. We who work and live here welcome you. Welcome to the world that awaits your discovery, not only in literature, in written text, but also in form, where through us and a limitless supply of imagination can bring to life the greatest minds that have ever existed. Nothing is lost here. You can meet and interact with all of creation when you enter through our doors. You are about to enter a library, the lost city, the Library of Alexandria. You have waited thousands of years to hear our messages. Greetings from the Hollow Earth. I am Mikos, and I dwell inside your earth. I am reaching up to you in consciousness to impart our frequency to you as you read the words on these pages of our book. These pages are sacred, for its content contains the mighty power to change the world, if but enough surface folk read them. This is our purpose for dictating our messages to you. It is to hasten change on the surface so that people will once again be connected to their divine self and source of inner guidance. You have waited for thousands of years to hear our messages, and it is only now that the vibration is high enough for us to come forward and speak to you. These messages you read come directly through our hearts, relayed from the heart of God. Your heart is God's receptacle. So open it wide, my dear readers, and receive our words directly into your heart, where their vibrations will raise your consciousness enough to meld into us directly as your eyes perceive our words. We await the great day when we will be able to show ourselves to you, when you will be able to peer directly into our eyes and fathom the God within our souls, including yours. Many are now still separated from the Lord God I Am of their being. But our purpose for these messages is to bring you the reality of your own God selves and help you connect to the light within your own soul. Life is about connecting, not disconnecting into separate units as your density and negativity and limitation on the surface cause you to do. Life is a flow of energy, connecting everyone, everywhere, simultaneously. We invite you to be in this flow and flow with our thoughts and our heartbeat as you read our words carried to the surface on the winds of telepathy, winds that bring our thoughts and feelings into your heart space, for you to also access as you learn to resonate within our vibration. As you think of us, you will feel a heightened sense of being as our energy cascades into you. It is a physical sensation that is unmistakable. Move into it, for it is us making contact with you, consciousness contact. And it feels like energy currents flowing through you, currents of heightened sensitivity and divine bliss, putting you into a protected space of peace during our connection that lingers about you for the remaining day. We offer you this as a gift freely given as you read our words. We've been calling to you for so long, and now, through this book to the world, you are hearing us. We are joyously anticipating your heart contact and are ready and eager to respond to your thoughts. So tune in to us, sit quietly, and feel our vibration engulf your physical body and raise your energy field. We wait for your call. Chapter 2, The Library of Porthalogus. Our library holds the records of the universe. Greetings from the center of the earth. My name is Mikos, and I am a resident of the city of Catharia. I am talking to you from the Library of Porthalogus, located in the hollow earth beneath the Aegean Sea. I am very old by definition. I span eons of time in the same body. I have been able to compile Earth's records in the Library of Porthalogus, where all Earth's history has been preserved. Our library is immense and extensive and holds the records of the universe, not just Earth. We can study the history of all planets and solar systems and learn everything about life everywhere. Such is our library's capacity. Not only can we read about it, we can experience it all firsthand from our crystals that store the memories of all events. so we can access these events, learn from them, and solve our problems easily and with the best possible outcomes for all involved. Our library guides the evolution of the planet. I am a librarian and researcher by trade, but a statesman, although we have no states, and ambassador for the whole Earth. I venture out on journeys to other star systems and galaxies and arrange for their records to be transferred to our library here in Porthalogous for safekeeping. We house all the records of our universe so that someday all people everywhere in our universe will be able to come here to peruse their records and learn their wisdom to avert the negative and ensure the positive outcome of all events. This is the purpose of a library. It is to give guidance for the evolution of a society and a planet, so that the people can live and evolve in peace and prosperity, not negativity and war. All conceivable situations and answers are found in our library, ready to be assimilated by you. As soon as peace prevails on the surface, we can open our library doors to you and accompany you inside. We long for this day, which is assuredly dawning. As we draw closer to our glorious reunion, we send you our everlasting love from below and hope you will return it on your outbreath, where we can set up a circle of love revolving around and through our beloved earth. I am Mikos, love incarnate. The purpose of the Library of Porthalogus. I am guardian of the Earth's records and all records in your solar system and universe. I am here in the cavity of Earth primarily to guard the history of all life everywhere. This is our prime purpose and the purpose for the Library of Porthalogus. Our library is the only one of its kind in our vast system of planets. Our library is so vast that it covers 456 square miles of terrain and has vast storage vaults containing records all stored on crystal slides that are viewed through our crystal projectors. Our storage facilities are vast, organized, and categorized so that you can easily locate the information you are looking for and retrieve it for viewing. We have vast conveyors that will deliver your order within minutes and then return it back to its storage location again. This way, every item in the library is always where it should be and can be easily found and perfectly preserved. Such is our technological capabilities. For we have drawn on the technology of the universe we reside in and have the most advanced methods of preservation and storage and retrieval that would marvel your library systems beyond anything you could dream of. For we don't have dead books on shelves. We have living records of life in all its vast and differentiated forms of existence that play out its story on a live stage in a theater, and we sit and view it as if we're in the audience, thus having this firsthand experience of all history right here and now. It is truly a marvel to witness and the most evolved way to learn about life in all its varied forms. There are these mini theaters all throughout the library where we can sit in comfort and view any activity or event we choose that has taken place on Earth and in our universe throughout all time. This is really what theater is all about, with live actors portraying themselves as they were at that particular event in time. This is the best way to learn about life in our galaxy and makes history come alive and jump out at you and capture your attention, and you become part of it and feel it and experience it. It's the best way to learn. Your surface Earth history classes are dull and boring compared to our way of learning, and accounts for your loss of attention and loss of interest in your school classrooms. Aside from the fact that your information is misinformation based on someone's theory or prejudice rather than actual fact. You would like our library and would find learning exciting and wondrous to experience. Someday, you will be able to access all the information in the Library of Porthalogus when you travel here through the tunnel system that will be open between our two civilizations in the future, when surface humans stop warring and people reach unity consciousness. Then, the world will open up to you, and you will experience the joy and freedom of being in unity with all of us in this universe, and will benefit from all our wisdom and all our accomplishments. This is how planets, solar systems, galaxies, and universes evolve. By uniting in one consciousness and evolving together through eternity, one step at a time, climbing the spiral of evolution together and bringing everyone along so that all evolve and all benefit. No one is left behind. Unity consciousness carries us all so that all life advances according to its divine plan, and all life is in harmony with its home planet. This is the best way to evolve, and we highly recommend it to you. The light is expanding in your mass consciousness, and soon you will feel its intensity, which will drastically move your vibration into the higher octaves, where the frequency will bring you all into unity consciousness without you realizing it. One day, you will just open your eyes and you will be there and be with us and marvel at it all. It will seem like magic to you and seem as if it always was. And all the suffering of the past will be obliterated and erased from your cells, and you will rejoice to find yourself at last. We will enfold you in our arms, and we too will rejoice in reuniting with you, our brothers and sisters, at long last. I am Mikos, your friend from the past. The Library of Porthalogus is an interdimensional portal. Good morning. I am Mikos, and my entourage and I have been awaiting you on the doorstep to the Library of Porthalogus, where the white alabaster steps twinkle with the sparks of embedded crystals and diamonds, leading into the great halls of our library, located inside the Earth's vast interior. Today, we will take you on a tour through our halls and show you what a true library in your future will look like. Your future libraries will look like ours, as ours is the model that all libraries will replicate. We will start with the outer grounds, as there are inner grounds too. The outer grounds are lush with grasses, flowers, bushes, and trees, and there are circular clearings with soft benches and lounging chairs in the center, accompanied by small, round, tall tables to set your accoutrements on. There are small springs of waterfalls and fountains in these enclosures, for our water is alive and in a full state of consciousness that sings. Yes, our water sings. And as you lounge in our secluded enclosure, you are sung to by the water of life as it sprays from our fountains with melodies of deep love that harmonize and balance all the cells in your body. From this state of deep peacefulness and harmony, we sit and relax at intervals during our workday. And now we go inside the Library of Porthalogus and walk up the crystal staircase where the door opens up into the universe. Yes, the library is multi-dimensional. As you enter, you see the Milky Way galaxy floating around you and can glance into the heavens beyond, which encompasses our whole universe. You see the stars and suns and other solar systems revolving around our central sun, and you feel part of all that is, as indeed you are. And yes, there is more. The Library of Porthalogus is an interdimensional portal that can take you to wherever you project your thoughts and intentions to go and see firsthand. Yes, it is magic on the surface, but here it is natural and real and accepted as part of life, as indeed it is. It allows our eyes to see the wonders of life that surround us, not just a blank, dark, or cloudy sky overhead, interspersed with tiny, far distant stars that your surface folk hardly look up to anymore, as their gaze is directed more to the ground struggle for survival. So we are fully inside now, and you witness the wonders of our universe through your inner sight, which now becomes your natural outer sight. As you begin to walk through the door, magic enfolds you, and magical sights, sounds, and senses embrace you. You are fully energized and vibrant, and your cells sing to the sounds of the crystals embedded throughout the library. For our library is all crystals and jewels, all in harmony, all in tune, carrying the rhythm and beat of the earth, the Milky Way galaxy, and the universe. Your cells chime to this universal beat. Ah, you are in ecstasy. There is color and light all around you. And all the beings you meet radiate this great light and unconditional love coming from the core of our central sun directly into the heart of the library's portal. You feel this love intensely and are in love with all around you and in love with everyone, everywhere. You are truly alive at last. You bless the flame of life within you and proceed into the vastness of Porthalogous. You see people everywhere, walking, talking, studying, sitting, reclining, dreaming, and just soaking in the vibrations of peace. Everywhere there are flowers of great vibrancy and fountains and pools of water spilling forth their choruses of song. You look around and see secluded alcoves interspersed throughout the vast halls, with the most ergonomically structured chairs, beckoning you to recline upon them. You find one calling to you, and you sit down and experience a connection to this chair that tunes you to its vibration, so that you are connected to the mainframe of the internal computer of the library. You are, so to speak, wired up with the wireless wires. You are fully connected to the operating system, which you operate with your thoughts and feelings, which will take you anywhere you wish to go in our galaxy. You navigate with your mind, using your thoughts as your directional compass for coordinates of latitude and longitude. And it is so natural that you marvel at its simplicity and naturalness, and you travel in consciousness and explore our galaxy and universe firsthand and for the first time in your fully conscious human state. This is yet another aspect of what our library offers to its visitors, along with its crystal slides of all recorded history of our entire universe. And you are here through the vibrational frequency of our words as you read them and envision the sights in your imagination. We welcome you and invite you to enter at any time. Just call us for entry, as our call is always going out to you. I am Mikos, and I am here to guide you personally through our library whenever you call. You don't need a library card, as your identification is inscribed in the DNA of your cells. We await your visit. Chapter 3: Our Galactic Connection. The story of the Hollow Earth inhabitants. Greetings from the center of the earth. I am Mikos, an inhabitant below the earth's surface, enfolded in the hollow globe, deep on the inside space of earth, as life forms circle around and above us on the surface. You are on the rim, so to speak, while we dwell in the cradle, which is safe and secure from outside forces of chaos that are currently raging around you. As many of you are now familiar with Telos, but not really familiar with the Hollow Earth inhabitants, we would like you to hear our story now. We are a very advanced race of beings who have never resided on the surface. We have come from other planets in your solar system and other galaxies, from the far out reaches of space. We came here to oversee the Earth, and we came here to continue our own evolution without interference from any race or ETs. We are securely encased in the core of the Earth, sufficiently to protect us from all outside intrusion, so we can evolve as quickly as we can in order to secure this planet as an outpost of love and light. For the quicker we can evolve, the quicker we can come to the surface to help struggling humanity gain its freedom into the light of God's love. This is why you have not seen or heard from us. This is because we have self-imposed this seclusion. We now wish you to acknowledge us, standing free in the light of God, in the midst of you, constantly radiating out our light and love to you, to grasp and hold on to as we pull you closer and closer to our heart's flame, until you meld with us into God's mighty stream of light, enabling you to then go forth into the world where you'll shine as a beacon, and where all who encounter your radiance become magnetized from within to begin their transformation in consciousness and increased awareness of the multitudes of beings who are here to help you and all life on earth to evolve into higher and higher states of consciousness, until all of earth together explodes into her ascension of light, and all are freed from earth's density forever. This is our role. This is our final goal to carry out on earth. And then we will all, en masse, move up the spiral of evolution into the realm of light and love, and become who we truly are, living in a place of peace, beauty, and prosperity, together as one cell in God's heart. So make this journey into light with us by opening your hearts to our existence and welcoming us into your life, so that we too may guide you onto the steps of continual glory, where we step with you, side by side, on our path to God. So walk with us, hand in hand, and whenever you're weary, think of us holding you and supporting you as we all, as a planet, move closer and closer to our ascension. You are close, very close. And we are here to give you that extra push into the light where we all await your presence. We bask in the light of the hollow earth, where we have created a paradise within the womb of Mother Earth. And we wish you too to experience this paradise along with us. We are now working closely with you, our brothers and sisters on the surface, and we cheer you on. I am Mikos, your friend from the past. We once lived on another solar system. Greetings, my fellow travelers on Earth. It is Mikos, speaking to you today from inside the hollow Earth, which is our home. We have been here for millions of years, slowly evolving ourselves into the God beings that we are. Our evolution has made great strides due to the isolation of being wrapped up inside the womb of Mother Earth. All our lives have been spent in peace and bliss due to our location. We exist here in peace and tranquility because of the proximity to the heartbeat of Mother Earth. The more deeply one goes into the earth, the more deeply one feels the beat of the earth. And the more one feels her heartbeat, the more one resonates to her goddess qualities. So this proximity has led us over the millennia to our oneness with all life and to our joy of existence. All life knows this oneness, yet most of life has yet to feel it in their outer bodies. As the heartbeat of Mother Earth reverberates throughout Earth, it reaches the surface where you can feel and experience it. However, in order to feel and resonate with this beat of life, you have to be in peace. Your outer bodies have to be in coordination and in synchronicity with each other, all vibrating at the same velocity and all feeling the grace of God and immersion in the oneness of creation. When your bodies are at rest at night, they resonate to the deep beat within them. You can only evolve when you are in a state of peace. And this is why we, who are immersed in Earth's depths, have been able to evolve, because we have been in synchronicity with the beat of all life and with ourselves. Once we were adrift in space, living on another solar system in the Milky Way galaxy. At that time, there were what you call today Star Wars. People were engaged in battles to control our section of the galaxy. These battles brought great destruction to planets and knocked solar systems off course. It was a dark time for our galaxy, and beings like ourselves yearned for peace to be restored so that we could continue our evolution. This is when we discovered the Earth. We left our solar system and traveled here, which at the time was a planet little known outside its perimeter. When we alighted on the surface, we were amazed and in awe of the beauty and tranquility of Earth. We explored the surface and found the open tunnels leading into the cavity inside. These were already existing tunnels from other civilizations, for Earth is very old and her civilizations ancient. All planets have openings at their north and south poles. We migrated through the poles and found our nest inside. The inside is so clean, so pure, and so peaceful that from that time on, we never left it. Throughout the ages, we have enlarged and expanded the tunnels leading to the subterranean cities and surface as a means of travel for our inhabitants and yours. Although not too many surface travelers have used these tunnels, they exist for the future, when more of you and more of us will intermingle and make the trip to visit each other. So the surface is dotted with tunnel entrances that you see on the map in this book, leading both to the subterranean cities and to us. This is how it is on most planets in your galaxy, where people travel freely to both the cradle and the rim to exchange information and learn from each other. Your Earth has quite a history, going back into millennia of time. Unfortunately, its history isn't always peaceful, because once it was discovered, people fought great wars trying to control it and mine and remove its precious resources. So know that these times of raping the Earth are over. These beings are no longer allowed entry to this sector of the galaxy, which is steadily rising in light, even as the waves lap the shore. The light is flowing ceaselessly now and bringing the tranquility and awareness that all surface dwellers yearn for. We, here in the hollow recesses of the earth, have been calling for eons for more light and for help from the Confederation of Planets to intercede to stop the influx of ravaging bands of ETs who have been scouring space to find planets that are rich in reserves like Earth. But today, it is done. Know that the Confederation fully protects this sector so that life can finally begin to evolve in peace. Adama talks about the inner earth beings who live in the hollow earth. We have easy access into the inner earth world through our tunnel system, which goes directly through the earth's mantle and into the inner earth entryways, where we are greeted by our brothers and sisters upon our arrival. We are always going and coming, since we keep up a steady trade relation with them. We enjoy their beaches and oceans and climb their mountains. It is a gloriously beautiful realm of light and purity, and truly invigorating to be there. Know that the spiritual state of the inner earth beings is very evolved compared to surface dwellers. These beings came from another solar system to populate the inner earth. They never lived on the surface. Their home on this planet has always been in the inner recesses of Earth. They are, however, in contact with beings on the surface, just as you are in contact with Adama in the mantle. Your life on the surface in no way mirrors life in the inner earth. The only things on the surface that mirror life inwardly are the mountains and oceans and plains. These inner earth beings have your surface conditions fully monitored. They know all that transpires on Earth, just as we in the mantle know all through our computer network. The great inner earth beings know of your yearnings to live in the inner earth, where all is peaceful, harmonious. They do consider surface folk their brothers and sisters who have not yet evolved enough to reside with them in the land of plenty. However, when you do reach a higher spiritual state, then you too can live internally within Earth. We'll stop there. I'm starting to get congested as we do this time of year, so thank you for bearing with me there a couple of times. Next time, we will pick up with Chapter 4, Space Portals and Travel. We travel through our portals. I hope you're enjoying the journey. And again, check out DianneRobbins.com for more of her works. And if you want to learn more about me, CherylSitz.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Thursday.